Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Barry Chappell coming to you live from Hollywood, California, home of PrimeTime Shopping Network. Oh, Wilson, I made a mistake driving in here. This Apple phone should be shot. They should really. Someone in here, get a gun. Matt, yell pull. You guys just shoot it. I usually take the same freeway to get here. 35, 40-minute drive. So I'm taking it. There's about the same amount of traffic as always. Nothing to worry I'm going to miss the show, but nothing to think there's any quicker way. And Siri says, would you like to save 11 minutes? I said, yeah. Said, okay. Make a right in 4 blocks, make a right, and take something the Santa Monica east or west. So I do it. And I get there and it says, take the Labrie exit. I'm thinking, all right, she's gonna drive me into the Labrie tar pit. But she didn't. She took me through the old Hollywood, Wilson. All the nice houses that 50 years ago people would have wanted. They're still nice, but it's 5 miles an hour and 10, and there's no way to get out of it. So what should have taken me an extra, Siri, watch this. Siri, you cost me an extra 40 minutes driving in with your bonehead idea.
Is there something else I can help with?
No, not anymore. You are on direction probation.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, yes. We'll work it out with you, Siri.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, you didn't understand how to get me from my house here today, did you?
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, right. They just feed her one answer. Oh, I got a great show, folks. I have something that I didn't think I was going to get. I know I've told you Michael's retired. He's retired. He needed a few bucks, and 5 of the greatest Schofields I have ever owned, 4 of the 5. Some would argue all 5. What year were they done, most of them? All different years. I believe this was done for a New York show. Some of these, he was pitching a huge deal. And the deal was to one of the biggest home builders in the country. And another part of it was to a movie production company to have the exact right originals. But I mean, this was a $500,000 deal. And this is several years ago. We flew out to New York, flew a few places, and people love these paintings. And then being Michael, he's a great guy. You know Patty, he's a great guy, but he didn't budget right. It needed money, and I said, all right. And then he pulled these out, and it's like, whoa. So that's how I got the last 5. They're museum pieces. They're unbelievable. Got some great coins, got some Zacks. I'll tell you what I'm going to start with. Let's see which of the operators gets this first. And I know all of you will know this. Which artist is considered the king of the line?
King of the what?
The line.
King of the line.
Thank you, Matt. Azoulay. How many pieces does Azoulay have in the permanent archival collection of the Louvre? You got 5? I think it's 9. Yes, Guillaume Azoulay is the youngest living artist to ever be accepted into the Louvre. Guillaume Azoulay has 9 pieces in the Bibliothèque Nationale, the permanent archival collection of the Louvre. His major collectors is like the greatest art collectors in the world. And I get my behind beat. Jack, Jack, now, and so I'm only saying nice things about your dad, Matt, but Jack kind of shimmies over here that first hour. He's suave. Your dad is suave, Matt. I'm not. I'm the guy that still regrets not buying Jonathan Winter's Fat Boy with No Friends. That was my dream piece of art, and I never compete with customers, never got another chance. But Jack is suave. You know what I'm talking about? You should know this, Mr. Wilson, in your part-time work, on Sunset. You gotta be suave. You gotta be able to move. Yeah, but I can't. Jack can't. To this first hour, it's like, should we give him Bury the Illusion? Something's going to sell. Because as soon as the affiliates join, I can do well with that first hour. Ugh. But here's what I'm going to do. I want to show you something here. Do you see what that says? Major collections. First one is Ronald Reagan, the late President of the United States. Encounters is a piece that Ronald Reagan actually acquired from Guillaume Azoulay. If you go to the Reagan Museum, Presidential Museum, Encounters plus 3 other pieces are hanging there. He loved Encounters. Ronald Reagan liked horses, and Azoulay paints horses. Look at that. His Majesty Hassan II, King of Morocco. Then you got the Royal Highness of Morocco. Look at this. You got princes. You got Yitzhak Novin, former Prime Minister of Israel. You got Anwar Sadat, late President of Egypt, which is one heck of a deal. When you can sell 2 warring countries, each of their leader one, that's amazing. Francois Mitterrand. Look at this next one. The Baron Robert de Rothschild of Paris. Nelson Rockefeller, late Vice President of the United States, the curator of the Louvre. Then you got James Gardner, Jerry Lewis. You got everybody. Hey, let me ask you this. Any of you know, Wilson, how can I get a title? How can I be the Baron de Berry? Or Baron, the Bargain, Baron, Barry, the Bargain Man Baron. How can you do that? Can I just make it up? Or, well, no, but I mean, the Baron Robert de Rothschild, he's like a billionaire. You want me to buy a little piece of land and be a lord? Lord Barry. Oh, no, that doesn't work. So anyway, Guillaume Azoulay, Lord Barry. Hey. Yes, thank you. Were you bumping into things wearing my glasses?
I was so close.
Yeah.
In a whole new world.
Yeah.
I felt like I was an AI.
We're going to get to that. I hope all of you watched Elon Musk on Tucker Carlson talking about AI. Because it changed me, Wilson. I'm going to show you a little later the Newberry. Now, all joking aside, this is one of his top pieces. And the Print World Print World Guide to Art. This was sold out so fast. This is State 2 2019 Vitesse. And what does Vitesse mean? Speed? So this is like a piece that Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone is watching. Speed's what you need. All you need is speed. Greasy, lightning, Italian fast speed is what Burgess Meredith said to him in Rocky 2 or 1. I don't know, what are they up to? Rocky 29 now? Yeah. Rocky takes on the Undertaker. Yeah. So, this has a $7,500 sold out rare, print guide value, Wilson. I'm going to stand right here. Hold the camera right there. You don't have to hold the camera. Can you hand me that red book? Yeah. But you got to grab it with your eyes closed. No. This is what a thank you. This is, Ashley. Here's a Print World guide. What's on the cover of the foremost guide to what fine art is worth? An Azoulay. Yes. $7,500, sold out rare. He only did, of the state 2, he only did 10. This is number 5 of 10. That is hand-laid gold leaf. And look at this. This is blinding. Watch this, Wilson. All right, now, Wilson, I need you to open your eyes big and wide. No, but this is what Guillaume Azoulay does better than anybody. The youngest living artist to ever be accepted into the Louvre. Here's what I'm going to do. $7,500 retail. Print World Guide price. BC 2517. Now, what did I pay for this, Ashley? Because this is a major piece. This is like, do you still play Mega Million? I do too. Damn, I thought I hit, because I always use 22 and 23, but it doesn't pay if you only have 2. You got to get 2 and a Mega. And it was 22, 23, and I didn't get the Mega. So I was like, yeah. Here's what I'm going to do, $7,500. Folks, this first hour owns me. I can't shake this first hour. I am not as suave as Jack Jackals. No matter what I do for the last month on the first internet-only hour, they beat me. And it's not pretty, Wilson. We're not talking about a little flicker here or there. It's like they get out a ball and they hammer and start hitting me. You tell me, $7,500. Vitesse State 2, hand-laid gold, $7,500 Print World Guide price. It is perfect. First, he had to do a silk screen. Then he had to hand-lay the gold. Guillaume Azoulay. It is perfect. And everybody looks at it, they go, what are there, 4 or 5? I'll bet you there's 19 to 20 different colors, because he mixes that orange, the yellows. Tell you what I'm going to do. I give up. Camera 2. I'll take whatever happens. It's $7,500. Ashley just told me what I paid, and I paid strong because this is a piece no one has seen. There's only 10 of them out there. Tell you what I'm going to do. Start at 0, $200 increments. Wherever it goes. And you're going to own Vitesse. $7,500. And I am looking for somebody to step up and go, Barry. I've seen, it's gory what they're doing to you this first hour. They're beating on you, Barry. Oh my goodness. No open once. Hey, is it legal to have like a forbid minimum? 500. Thank you. Thank you, Chomper. We're at 500 looking for 7. Uh, Chopper, they've been so mean to me lately, Chopper. Oh, they've been mean. Yeah. I could tell you stories you wouldn't believe me. All right, we're at 500, looking for 7. We are verifying according to Ashley. That is Ashley, right? Because after watching Elon Musk last night, it could be not Ashley, just a JPEG that talks. Are you a JPEG that talks, Ashley? Possibly. All right, I'm at 500, going once. Mr. B, this is a $7,500 piece. I have conceded the first hour. They're going to beat on me. $500. Going twice. Fair. And final warning. This hurts. All in. All said. Sold. The chopper. Yes. You got the deal of the life. But don't feel bad, because I have penciled in getting the heck beat out of me. Yes. You want to see a really rare one right there? What's that? It's gold leaf. Oh, do you want more gold leaves? Hey, hand that. Yeah, that's gold leaf. This is the Vox.
2516.
This is called the Vox. Now, Wilson, let me explain this, because if you can get it, Wilson, everybody else can. I want to make sure I get this right. Wilson, you are in Casablanca. You are loitering around in your high heel shoes and that amazing fuchsia handbag you brought in tonight. I mean, Patty, did you see his fuchsia handbag? You want to borrow it? Ashley wants to borrow it. Damn, it's so nice, I'll even wear it. But so you're loitering around Casablanca and you decide, no business here, I'm going to go to the theater. It's called the Vox, V-O-X. And it was at that point in time, Guillaume Azoulay saw so many of the movies of the 40s, 50s, the westerns. So he's got the stagecoach. He put horses in there. And he put, I think John Wayne's in there. I don't know, is that John Wayne? Yeah. He also put his grandson Gianni in the piece. Then he hand watercolored part of it. He hand gold leafed it. And he signed it, Guillaume Azoulay. He actually, Guillaume Azoulay, publisher's proof, number HC, what does that say right here? HC, wow, something of the Vox. My goodness. Signed Guillaume Azoulay. Oh, I remember about 5-6 years ago I released this on TV, and he brought his grandson Gianni with him. And he got a little mad at me by the end. I said, Gianni, yes? I said, you know you're the Godfather's grandson? He said, what does that mean? I said, your dad, Guillaume, is a godfather of art, the king of the line. So you someday are going to be a godfather too. He says, wow, what do I have to do? I said, well, if you don't like somebody, you come over here like this. Actually, you go like this, Gianni. You know, if you like him, you go thumbs up, and everybody likes him. If you don't, you go like that. And he ends up in a canal, and that's when Guillaume comes running back. Whoa, 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 Barry, you know, his mom is worried that you would do something like this. So anyway, this has like a $78,000 to $8,000 retail, and it is just beautiful. And Ashley, there's a little mark. It's nothing because this is on canvas. When you mat it, that little line won't be the. Yeah. So I probably paid a fortune for this. BC 2516 at the Vox Theater in Casablanca. I have to. You know, I can't turn down The Godfather. When The Godfather hands me a picture like this and Gianni is here with him, what am I going to do? Say no, Guillaume? I'd end up in a canal somewhere. Tell you what, this has got to be $8,000 or $9,000. He didn't make many of these, and I just at the Vox printer's proof, signed Guillaume Azoulay. It's like 1 of 4 or something. HC, look at that. I mean, that, and he signed it on the other end. This is great. This is like 8,500. Start at 0, $250 increments. You got on canvas a silkscreen. You have watercolor. You have colored pencils done by Guillaume Azoulay and hand-laid gold by Guillaume Azoulay. Start at 0, $250 increments. And this is one of the hardest pieces to get. When this came out, there were 3 or 4 huge galleries who wanted to buy the whole edition. And I said, no. So at the Vox Theater, that'd be pretty cool if somebody bought this and they took it to Casablanca and they went in to watch a movie there. And they said, you know, I have this piece done by the legendary Guillaume Azoulay. He was born in Casablanca, Morocco. Look at that, hand watercolored, silk screen, hand laid gold leaf, just under $9,000 retail. Edition size is one of the smallest ones he ever did. No interest in this one. All right, Ashley, pick out the next. Pick out one you like. Or we could do that really big one you got your hand on right now. Now, that one you got your right there. Oh, that's huge. That's life size.
2515.
Hey, I wonder if we could get Guillaume to do that. That would set a record. Life-size horses. All right. What is the name of this? It's wheat. How come they don't spell it right, Wilson? Wheat. W-H-E-A-T. Wheat. They spell it H-U. How do they spell wheat?
H-U-I-T.
That's hoot. Hoot. It should be wheat. W-H-E-A-T. Wheat. And if you really want to get way up there, you could have Frosted before that. Frosted wheat. But no. Why do the French spell wheat as hoot? Do you know, Wilson? Does that mean 8 in wheat? Wheat. Wheat. Some. Oh, those French. All right. What is the retail on this? How much? 7,800. And is mine an artist proof, or let's see. Come over here and take a look at it. 2 of 10. State 2. 2 of only 10. Beautiful signature. This is rare. Now, Wilson, are you into conspiracy theories? So, if Chopper or somebody else buys this, number 2, all they got to do is find the other 9. And then they own the entire edition. And they can charge whatever they want. All right, folks. Patty, what kind of increments would you use on this? What? Camera 2. Hang on, let me just see. Yeah, I still got a pulse. So you want me to do what? Patty wants me on an $8,000 piece, number 2 of only 10, she wants me to do $100 increments. Oh, you said 1,000 or 100? You want to open it at 1,000. I didn't hear that, open it at 1,000. So she wants to open it at 1,000 with $100 increments. I'll tell you what, I am going to psychically read this number. All right, I'm not. 2519. Oh, yeah? I'll tell you what. Patty wants to start at $1,000 increments. Here's what I'm going to do. This is so cheap. $300 to open, $200 increments once we get the $300 increments. $300 to open, $200 increments. Here's the problem, Ashley. I tried to psychically will this latest Mega Millions drawing. But there are several steps you have to go through in the higher plane of people to successfully, psychically win the Mega Millions. And that's easy to psychically win it, but you cannot psychically sabotage a better person than you. If they're not better than you, you can do whatever you want psychically to them. But if they're good people, like Wilson, if the Pope is playing Mega Millions, and I don't know that he's not, or a rabbi or a priest, you cannot psychically sabotage his chance unless you know he's going to do something evil. So the question is an evil minister going to take his Mega Million jackpot and do something negative with it? You see the exhaustion I have to go through to psychically win? I mean, we have the open. 300 has been bid. It's exhausting, Wilson. You know, we're talking about a higher plane of psychic sabotage. Yeah. So the first thing I would do if I hit the Mega Millions is take a nice chunk of it and give it to a great charity. Blind Children's Learning Center, I give to them. Best Friends, I used to give a lot to them. Animal Soldier. 300 going once. That's okay. I don't know. Who? All right, Mr. S, going once. Hang on a second. All right, we're at 300, going once to Mr. S. Don't mean to hold you up. This is the mic, Mr. S. And I think Matt put something under here, so if I touch this part wrong, it's like 300 going once. 500 has been bid. Sorry, Mr. S. I apologize. I will shock myself for you. 500. And hey, I shocked myself on purpose the other day. I'm going to talk about that at 7 o'clock hour. 500, looking for something. This is a $7,000 piece of art, Ashley, and I'm doing an awful job. $500 going once. Ooh, I got my Ronnie Wood. I got Spider-Man. $500 going twice. Verifying. Is that what the whistle is for? Or are you just trying to make Wilson feel good? How much did that fuchsia purse cost you? $300, $3,000? You got a fuchsia purse for $3? Anybody else, or is that it? One bidder? Going once, going twice, sold. All right. Let's do one more Azoulay. Oh, I got some Schofields. I got a lot of great stuff tonight. All right, not that one. I'll tell you what. Which other ones do we have? Starburst, Stardust, whatever. Folks, Barry Chappell coming to you live from Hollywood, California, home of PrimeTime Shopping Network. 2514. If you were hoping to turn in for the suave Jack Jackals, he has tonight off. As always, I'm on Wednesday. I am not the suave guy. But I got some great art. This is Guillaume Azoulay. This is a very, very, very rare one, number 11 of 100 Stardust, done in 2017. He hand-laid gold. He hand-embellished it. All those little dots. He did everything on this piece. Retail now, if I'm not mistaken, in the latest Print World Guide, $6,700. And I sold my share of this that I worked a deal with Guillaume out in one showing in 2017. I'll tell you what. Hey, what? So, Patty, I'm 1 for 2. Where would you start on this? And I'm going to walk over. Should I trust Matt or Patty on this one?
Let's give Matt a chance to see. Matt's pretty good at this.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to give Matt the chance. Then after this, I'm going to let Juliet. All right. You can open on this anywhere you want. It doesn't matter to me. I am not going to psychically sabotage you in the future if you make a huge mistake with my money. No, of course not. Ashley, what did I pay for this? Okay. You could say anything. You can say, you can say pocket change. You can say $10,000. Just tell me what you're thinking, Matt Jackals.
I see. Give it away, Barry. Give it away. $750 to open.
$750 to open. Oh, Juliet's on your side now. Oh, hey, Matt, did you help do Romeo in? Are you the one? Did you hold the light or did she dig the hole? Who had the shovel?
It should be at least double that to open, but hey, you know what? It's that first hour.
It's internet only. Yeah, 700 to open. I'm at 7 o'clock, yeah. Now, Matt the Jackal. All right. All right. I got to let Ashley have her chance here. Do you agree with Ashley? Because we don't have an open. Should I just take it down? Or should I do... I'm going to start at zero, $100 increments. That was Ashley's idea. Now, Ashley, if I can't even get $100, it's not worth the embarrassment to me. Wilson, with your purse and heels, could I get $100 on Hollywood Boulevard? Do I have like a 20% chance? What? Start at zero, $100 increments. Oh, I'm going to tell you what I think about a lot of things starting at 7 o'clock.
There's a lot of glare. It's not really showing.
Yes, you're right. I mean, let me go like this. Look at that. He hand laid all that gold. He hand watercolored that. He Jackson Pollocked it with all those little dots. Folks, this is Guillaume Azoulay, youngest living artist to ever be accepted into the permanent archival collection of the Louvre. The Guillaume Azoulay sells to the Baron Robert de Rothschild, the late Ronald Reagan. James Gardner of the Rockford Files wrote him a letter. I thought he was one of my favorite actors. He's dead now. You have anything to do with that, Wilson? You know, it's funny because I used to visit that place that he would have his trailer parked in Point Doom. Yeah, it was gone. And I loved his friend, his jail time friend, Angel. No one has opened at 100. We have 100, thank you. 200 has been bid. This is a complete piece done by the Guillaume Azoulay. Been on the cover of Print World Guide. He has met and done more pieces than you can believe.
Tamara's asking how much to frame and ship.
This, for Tamara,
300.
we got 300. 300 on Stardust. You know what Stardust means, Wilson? The fading of a career. 32 years of doing this on live TV. I'm in my Stardust. Now I'm past my Stardust. 300 going once. It's funny because my daughter graduates from college here in about a month. I always tell her, well, I'll tell you about that in a second. Who's got the 300? $300. Anybody going to make it for 300? Going once. There you go. Oh, look at that. That makes the blue, that phthalo blue looks like phthalo blue.
Okay, we got 500.
500, thank you. Till I got more coming. That's hand laid. Yeah, it's gold. Hand laid gold leaf. 500. I turned that phthalo blue once. Yeah. I was 12. I was playing in a baseball game. And I was batting. And the ball didn't go over the strike zone. Ball hit me right in a very sensitive spot, Wilson. I turned phthalo blue. Going once, going twice, fair, final warning, all in, all said, sold. Now, no, what I want are those two new pieces. Yeah, just pull, yeah. Let's just show one. Pick one of them. This is something Guillaume's been working on. And Guillaume gets mad at me because when I do talk to him, I accidentally, look at this. This is Guillaume. First he did an etching. That's why you have the embossing mark. And that's where how they put all those deeper black lines with an etching. Then he hand watercolored that. And what's the name of this one? 2520. What? Now. Yes. Now, Guillaume wants to turn this possibly into an edition. Guillaume is fascinated with this piece of art. And it's amazing because you have the horse become so bold because of all of this pinks and midnight blues and blacks. Guillaume used those funky lines on the bottom and top to make the horse jump out. It is too cool for school. Something I never was. And it says it was a study. And he signed his name at the bottom. I'm going to lift it up a little bit. Where he put Guillaume Azoulay. Then on the other side, he has study. How do you say study in French, Wilson? Etude. Say it again. Etude. Like to do. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I personally, because Guillaume, a man with 9 pieces in the permanent archival collection of the Louvre, a man that has sold to kings, presidents, vice presidents, queens, loves this piece, wants to do something with it, has talked to me about a lot, I would put a list price at like $8,500, but I'm not going to charge you anywhere near that. Start at zero, $150 increments. Wherever it ends up, you got one of the strangest but coolest pieces Guillaume Azoulay has ever done. Everything, forget it. You look at the horse. Take the horse out of there. All of that work Guillaume did to make that horse pop at you, to create motion, to make it look like those horses' muscles are flexing. It is one of the coolest pieces I have ever seen. I'm starting at zero, $150 increments. I would strongly recommend whoever gets this, frame it, mat it, and this piece has fascinated Guillaume for 10 years. I mean, it is a really cool piece. And I'm looking for an opening bid of $150. So Juliet, was it a tough decision? It was to whack Romeo? Did you do it the old-fashioned way? Did you just like push him off a building, smack him with a bowling pin? What did you do? You did what? Don't get on her bad side, Wilson. So no one wants to open for $150. No open wants. What did I pay? $275 has been bid. Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome.
Yes, but at 7 o'clock I might have to tell you my new name. It's still Barry, but it's a newer. I'll explain it at 7 o'clock. All right, we're at $275, going once. Interesting bid. So $275, $375, $425 would be the next bid. Who is your bidder at $275? Mr. D. Mr. D going once. Mr. D going twice. Fair. Final warning. Sold to Mr. D. Now, Ashley, can you gently remove the second half of this? It's so delicate. This.
Like you.
Oh, yes, you are. You're delicate.
You are.
You're like a little flower blowing in the wind.
Yes, you are, Barry.
This is the second half to it. He did this in 2023. A tude de la Azoulay. Signed Guillaume Azoulay. You can see the embossing mark. He etched it, that he hand watercolored it. Start at zero, $150 increments. I mean, Ashley will tell you I paid far more than that for each piece, because Guillaume was fascinated. That last one, Guillaume was fascinated by it. And this is a very special piece. I paid very strong for these. Whenever Guillaume gets in a zone. Yeah, this is. Look at all those lines. He is the king of the line. The what? The Lion King? Yeah, he's a king of the line. Oh, get him in trouble with Disney now, Ashley. It's funny because one of his pieces, we have the open at 150. One of his pieces sold for 275,000, and that was 20 years ago. I mean, Guillaume Azoulay is about as famous as you can get. All right, we're at 150. I don't want to know, but did I pay a lot more than 150 for this? What? So I sold that last one at a major loss, and now I'm really, I am at 150. So you're telling me, without any of the other stuff I got to do, and I paid 5.5 times the current bid for this piece? We're at 150. What? 150 as I 300 as I ponder the mistakes I've made in my life. Oh, the list is long, Juliet. I don't know where to start, like alphabetically, A or Roman numerals. Start with what? I can't even start with the worst. But I'm not as bad as my brother. I got an older brother, 22 months older. He accidentally drove his Jeep into a river when he was 18, 17. And then he said he didn't drive it in, which I don't think he did. They parked it on a hill, which is not the brightest, and somebody apparently knocked a gear shifter. He didn't even know. He just sees his Jeep running down into the river. I'm at 300. $450 has been bid. I got a nude coming up. But I tell you what, Ashley, yes. Tell her to leave her jacket on until we bring her on. Tell who? The nude I'm bringing. I got a nude coming up. Oh, tell her to leave her jacket on? Yeah. And I think Heather will tell you that's her smoking jacket. I just gave you a free one, Wilson. All right, 450 going once, 450 going twice. Fair and final warning. Let's save that for a second. That's a Royo. Yeah, let's put the Royo up. Yes. Folks, this is a very expensive Royo. This is a pastel done by Jose Royo. This is number 80 of 85. What Royo did was they silkscreen and outlined, and everything else he pasteled in this piece. And I have seen these go for 9,000 to 11,000, and it doesn't even have an item number. Okay, because that is so cool. It could be called Soul, but it looks like she's having a pensive moment. You know, this would make, right here, this is a Novaro sculpture. But I keep looking at, Patty, this would make the ultimate Perry Mason movie. 2351. A man is dead, pool of blood, and a Novaro sculpture. Yes. I know I'm a sick individual. You can tell, right, Wilson? No, I'm joking. But I don't know. If you are crazy, how are you supposed to know? It's for a sane person to tell me I'm crazy. Ashley, am I crazy?
Yes.
Are you sane?
It's what?
Never mind. I said, are you a sane person to make that diagnosis?
No.
Have you ever spent a night at a Holiday Inn Express?
Yeah.
Okay, you can make that diagnosis. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I should have saved this for the next time. This is a major Royo. Ashley, what did I pay for this before I get too crazy? Yeah. Yeah, these are 12 to 14,000. Jose Royo is a Spanish master painter. He is unbelievable. In 2006, his publisher was the gallery owner escorted me out of the Las Vegas gallery because I was taking pictures of the prices. That normally wouldn't stop me, but he was about 6'5", 6'6", and he had another friend with him. So what I did was I snuck back when he wasn't looking and took the prices. All right, I'll tell you what. This is an amazing piece. This is hand pasteled by Jose Royo, and this is just as good as it gets. If you go online, Royo original oils are 800,000, $1.2 million. So to get a pastel like this, where there were only 80 of them, 85 of them done, this is number 80 of 85, but 85 to 90% of it was all pastel by Royo. 1,200 to open, $100 increments. Oh, I got some Zacks coming up. I got some very rare coins. Now, that'd be a great price on the Royo. Here's what I am going to do. Somebody was born in 1945. How old are they today, Wilson? 78. 78? Folks, I want to show you some a Douglas Hoffman I have. There's a 12,000, 8,000. Here's what I'm going to do. No, open on this. Camera 2. Hi, Barry Chappell, coming to you live. How many minutes before I'm on dish? 30 seconds? Can you count backwards from 30 to 1 in French, Wilson? Can you do it in Spanish, German, Russian, Pig Latin? I can't do anything. I can't do it backwards. How many seconds till I'm on dish? 5 seconds? 4, 3. I can do it in English. 2, 1. So am I now on Dish? Hello, Dish Network. Barry Chappell coming to you live from Hollywood, California. I'm glad we were internet only. The first hour was bloody. They beat on me like always. But I have a great show tonight. An amazing show. Got one of the rarest coins I've ever come across. Very rare. But before I even get to that, Ashley, can you hand me my Douglas Hoffman? Now, folks, this is Douglas Hoffman. Douglas Hoffman is 78 years old. He was born in Baltimore, Maryland. He is one of the all-time greatest lithographers, painters you're ever going to meet. And on a few of his pieces, he put a remark where he pastel a female figure. This is number 10 of only 250. Now, that is satin slippers. No, you can't have a pair of those, Wilson. Yes, they do match your purse. I know, that's why you want them. I just want to show you a picture of Douglas Hoffman that he did. Now, once again, he is in the Brooklyn Museum of Art, the University of Southern Illinois, Rutherford, New Jersey. I mean, there's a whole list of museums. And I just want to show you a self-portrait that Douglas Hoffman did of himself. He worked for Circle Art Galleries. Hang on, I just had it. How could I have lost it? I just had it here, Wilson. I just had it. Give me one more second. It's impossible. It walks. Oh, no, here it is, right here. This is probably this painting he did. I printed this in 11 years ago. That's a picture of Douglas Hoffman called Self-Portrait. It's a picture he painted of himself, painting the model, and that incredible background behind the model. I've talked to Douglas Hoffman maybe 3 or 4 times in my 32 years. He was thrilled. One reason he put these remarks on them when he sold me some pieces was Burt Reynolds loved his work. The late actor Burt Reynolds. And I was doing a show of some of Douglas Hoffman's work, and Burt Reynolds called up and bought 2 of each. One to be sent to his Florida home, and one for a place he had on Sunset somewhere in Hollywood. And we delivered them. I didn't meet him, but haggling with Burt Reynolds was one of the funnest things I did in 32 years. I've done a lot on TV, but he would never call up under Burt Reynolds. It was Mr. Andrews, who was his agent. And he would put him on his agent's credit card. And he would always tell Barry he's got to come lower. And I would say, "You're killing me." "Not enough," he'd say. And we would haggle, and he just enjoyed it. He would tell the operator, "I love to watch Barry squirm a little bit." And, but anyway, it would get funny. I would tell him at the end, "We are so close. We just have the longest yard, and we're there." And then he'd say something. I would say, "Mr. Andrews, deliver us from this And he'd go, Deliverance. Oh, pretty good, Barry. He was a great guy. I love that final movie he made right before he died. This is about a $4,700. Every single one of this edition has been sold out probably 20 years ago. And as a favor to me, Douglas Hoffman drew this remark on the piece. And I mean, he is as good as it gets. And look at that. That's not a photograph. This is a lithograph by Bavarian limestone, one color at a time. That's probably a 60-color lithograph. So it takes 60 days to make something like that happen. And one mistake, especially on day 58, and you're in big trouble. So, here's what I'm thinking. Perfect signature, hand-painted remark. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, this is a $5,000, $6,000 work of art. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I hope you get this. He is one of the all-time greatest artists I've ever seen. Now, it's perfect. Wilson really wants those satin slippers. They got to be comfortable, though, Wilson. I'm giving Wilson advice on how to pick slippers. I know I've crossed the line, Wilson. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. $450 to open, $100 increments once we get the open. I haven't seen a Douglas Hoffman with a remark trade for anywhere under many, many thousands of dollars. I go on eBay all the time. They never come available. Douglas Hoffman is one of the all-time greatest lithographers ever. At $450 to open, here on Art Brokerage, here's Douglas Hoffman, 7,800. Look at that. Here, look at the price on this. Gallery Direct. Open, thank you. That's not even a picture of Douglas Hoffman. Got a picture of Douglas Hoffman that's not Douglas Hoffman. All right, we are at 450 has been bid. 450 looking for, oh, don't lose out on this. 450, next bid would be 550. This is as good as it gets. And I told Douglas Hoffman that that Burt Reynolds had bought his piece. He was very happy. Because, you know, he mainly paints sexy women. And like right there, you've lunged into the shot. How you do all those colors in Bavarian limestone, you got to put a solution on top of the limestone for each color. In other words, that little color of charcoal black right there, you got this incredible limestone, and it's blank except for a little circle of solution. Then you put the black there, and you put it any other place. Oh, this is so cheap. This is a $5,000 piece with a hand-drawn remark. I know, I'm stalling, I know it. $450. Going once. You got anybody else, Ashley, or no? $450 going twice. Oh, that's a shame. All in, all said, sold. Oh, I hope you guys enjoy that. Who got that? Chopper. Hey, you and Bert. Yeah. Burt Reynolds would be happy that Chopper got that piece, because Burt Reynolds owned one of these. All right. Now, here's what, Not yet. Tell you what. This has been one of the strangest, most bizarre items that has never sold for me. The Ronnie Wood. Thanks, Chopper.
Chopper said he's going to put it in the motion in the ceiling fan so she can spin.
Oh, I got to be careful to respond to that, Chopper.
Don't respond to that.
Well, I think he's on it. I think she might have been. Well, never mind. I'm not going to say it. Now, Wilson, who is this? On the book. Do you know who that is? Who is it? Ronnie Wood. Is he a guitar player? What band does Ronnie Wood play for? The Rolling Stones. A lot of people don't know, even though he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, art was one of his biggest passions in life. While he was a Rolling Stone, before he was a Rolling Stone, and to this day. He almost became an artist instead of the Rolling Stones. Now, this book is also signed by Ronnie Wood. Enjoy. 2007. Now, this is a $30,000 Ronnie Wood. This is Bavarian limestone, all done by Ronnie Wood. When he did this, I think the entire edition sold out. No, there's 553 of number 500. And I think the printer's proofs, he had 10 of them at an art gallery, and they were $35,000 each. And they went like this: 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, 35 times. All right. So, yes, this is a $35,000 work. Now, the regular edition had 500. I have seen many of these sell for 18 to 20,000 because it's Ronnie Wood. And you know, they don't give you the book. It's even signed by Ronnie Wood. The book is signed. This is a lithograph. And look where he even hand embellished it. After he did all that work on Bavarian limestone, then it's all dry after 50 or 60 trips for each piece, a day to dry. Then he highlighted different parts of the hat just to create. And he did a little bit with this olive color. This is a big deal. What I'm going to do. I hope you're out there, because I am going to do something. Oh, this is too cheap. I don't even want to sell it. It is one of the rarest works of art I've come across. Way too cheap, Ashley. $2,000 to open. That's way too cheap. hand embellished, hand pulled, hand done by Ronnie Wood. That's too cheap. Didn't I have it up for like $3,500 at one point or something? Did I just make a mistake, or as we call in the live business, a boo-boo? What did I have it up for $3,500 last? Yeah. Oh, well, maybe nobody's watching me. Folks, that is a Ronnie Wood, hand-pulled, hand-done, the guitarist for the Rolling Stones. How old do you think he is now? How old is guitarist Ronnie Wood?
Ronnie Wood is 75 years old.
75 years old. Well, that would have been a deal, folks. I thank you for considering it. Here's what I'm going to do next. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do next. Ashley, I came across 5 of the rarest Michael Schofields I've ever seen. I'll let you. These are as rare as they come. Michael, like he often does, some of these, he had a showing in New York in 2007 on some of these. I mean, these are the best Michael Schofields, and they all are, but these are beyond belief Michael Schofield. I'll put it up. I want you to see, look at that. Look at the depth.
2546.
Look at the depth. Look at the colors. This is a $35,000 to $40,000 Michael Schofield. And what's the title of this?
This is Red River of the South.
Red River of the South. Look at that. That is huge. It's a 30 by 40. List price $35,000 plus, Adrian. $35,000 plus. He had, I think in 07, he flew to New York. He was pitching a huge deal. And this, look at that. That is as good as it gets. So, Ashley, this is Michael Schofield, #1. Oh, I got some great art tonight. I want to show you all 5. Cameron 2. Michael is a rascal. I call him that. And he's always busy. He's 84 now. Look at that. That is a study in green. Greens and purples. Look at that. 2545. Look at that. It's like a silk pond there. I mean, whispering pines. He didn't want to sell me these. He had to. He overspent on something. He said, I need a favor. And he said, but, you know, we're not talking. He said, these were my New York pieces. And, you know, at one point he wanted me to pay him many, many years ago $12,000 a piece because, I mean, he does sell a lot of work for $35,000. He is in the $1 billion Arm & Hammer collection. He is collected by the Stephen J. Canal Productions that made all of those 1970s and 80s TV series where you'd see a Schofield in the back. They would call him up, say, Michael, we got this kind of scene, and he'd paint. Show me, Ashley, Michael Schofield number 3. I'm mentally picking my favorite one. Oh, and I got to tell you, which one is this? He's what? 76. What did I say? My bad. He's 76. 2544. What's it called? The front frondescent. I'm going to let them put the title up.
Yeah, he did. 2544.
Folks, I want to talk to you for a second, Wilson. This is important because something new is happening here tonight. Did you watch Elon Musk on Tucker Carlson? Did you? He was talking about AI and how it's getting so good you might not even know it's AI. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Juliet. Yeah, now, and this was hard to do. You think you're just watching Barry Chappell. You know, humorous but dim-witted guy. Well, not anymore. You know why, Wilson? Because I am now the new Barry Chappell. Barry Chappell AI. Yes, I am AI Barry. And that was not easy. It hurt to get to be Barry Chappell AI. You know what I had to do, Wilson? I had to take, just a cord from a light. I had to chop it. I had to fray the ends and then tie one around each leg and plug it in. And that's how I became Barry Chappell AI. The scary part was he said by the end of the decade, we're not going to know the difference what is real and what is not there. It was unbelievable. But he also thinks, and I'm going to talk to you about this when I show you some gold coins. Folks, we are no longer the dollar standard we used to. You know, in the 40s and 50s, our grandfather, grandmother, mother, fathers of that generation conquered the world. And, the 50s, they built America. The 60s, whew, now you got Russia, China, Saudi Arabia thinking about starting their own currency, devaluing the dollar. We're going to back ours, they say, with other stuff. So that's why you need to hold some gold. I'm going to get to that in a minute. This, look how thick the paint is. Is this your favorite one, Ashley? No? Well, it's not. I got, because I'm a, you can't choose my favorite piece.
We've already shown my favorite.
Oh. Look at this $35,000 Michael Schofield.
2543.
2543.
Stonewall Street.
Stonewall Street. Stream. Now, that stone wall was usually on a plantation. And Michael delicately explained how slaves would build those floodgates, and look at that. These are absolutely amazing. He is in the $1 billion Arm & Hammer collection. He is in the Smithsonian Museum. He is in the Library of Congress collection. Is this all 5 or is there one? One more. You're hiding one from me. Ooh, 2005. Oh my goodness, folks. That's perfection.
2547.
That could be the greatest landscape he ever painted. That's look at that. That is beyond brilliance. He painted that 18 years ago. That is a million. This should have been called the $1 Million Michael Schofield collection, because look at those greens. Look at how he shows depth without putting any white clouds in the sky. I mean, this is unbelievable. I only have these 5. Oh, that's unbelievable. Which one would you start with? I'm going to start with this one right here. 18 years old. This painting can enlist in the Navy or Army. You were in the Army, Wilson, right? Now, was that an honorable or dishonorable discharge? Honorable. I'm just joking. Wilson is a good guy. And look, if I don't say it enough, he really doesn't walk around on Hollywood Boulevard in high heel shoes. He does carry a purse, but not the, no, he doesn't do any of that. He's a very nice cameraman. I'll tell you what, that's one of the greatest Michael Schofields I've ever seen on this planet. That's a perfect painting. $3,500 to open. $250 increments once we get the open. That is as good as it gets. He painted this 18 years ago. He was even thanking me in a text this morning because he got himself in a jam, and very few people would say yes. And then, I mean, he wanted a ton for these, and we worked a deal. But look at that. No open on Majestic Meadow. Yes, I have some Zacks coming up. Got some amazing coins coming up. But I'll tell you what, Ashley, what is your favorite piece? What is it? Okay. Whispering Pines. Now, 2545. What are they whispering to you? What are they saying to you? I don't know. I heard what they were whispering to Juliet. Where is Juliet?
She's right here. You can't see her?
Is she really there? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. That last one was a very special piece. These are all special. But on this one, Ashley, $2,000 to open on Whispering Pines. Yeah, that's a deal. $2,000 to open, $200 increments once we get the open. Wilson in 1982 in Ashland, Oregon. I used to take girls on dates tombstone taping, where I would bring a tape recorder and we'd go to a tombstone of different dead people, and I would ask them questions. You know, Mr. Anderson, how are you doing? Because I saw it on In Search of with Leonard Nimoy. And they would, you know, and I'd move from one grave to another, and they'd all be laughing, and it'd be a spooky place. They'd hear noises and go, what was that? What was that? Little did they know that I had already doctored the tape. So we then went back to my dorm room to play the tape, and we would start with Mr. Anderson, you know, how are you doing? How did you die? And then if you turned it up, you'd hear something. And then you'd turn it up. And I'd have these girls who went taping tombstones with me. How are you? How did you die, Mr. Anderson? And you'd hear, murder, murder. And these girls would be so scared. Yes. Tombstone taping. I'll take you there one night. Oh, it scared the hell out of you, excuse my language. If someone like Barry takes you there, it's going to scare you. It's going to scare me too. No open on this? Okay, hand me the next one. Because, and folks, these are some of the best. Is that sold? Why did you move it all the way over there? Yes, yes. This is absolutely amazing. Painted this 17 years ago. It is dated Schofield, 2007. He is in the $1 billion Arm & Hammer collection. He is in Library of Congress collection. He is in the $1 billion Arm & Hammer collection. He sold a lot of paintings at a company called Hub's Historical. Here's one in 2007, Hub's Historical, 48 by 48, $42,000. For Susan, yes. Because I'm going to come live in a garage. I'm going to come live in a garage. Just be nice to Ginger. Ginger is freaked out by... Oh, the office. That's even better. Thank you. Ginger is, my dog is freaking out over new AI berry. Yeah. What's that? You think my dog Ginger is AI? I hope she'd become AI, but... Whew. Do you want to get AI berry on your Siri? You could get that. It might cause you some trouble. You know, because all of a sudden AI Barry would be very calm, and then you'd be in traffic, and you'd hear AI Barry say, Matt, don't take that guff. Floor it, ram him. You know, no, I yeah. So this is a very special piece. This is 17 years old, 2007. Oh my goodness. This is, tell you what, I had this up for $3,500, $2,800 to open. That is one of the greatest Michael Schofields I've ever seen him paint. He painted this 17 years ago. It is perfect. He flew to New York. There are different home builders and different movie studios. You're talking 2007. The art market was on fire, and I mean, you're talking about an original Michael Schofield, 30 by 40. Oh, that is unbelievable. All right. And Here's what I'm going to do. Ashley, hand me. What I'm going to do, hand me. No, the one that we. This one is a perfect painting. This '05. Yeah. Tell you what, 2547. Look at this. Heavy use of oil in certain places. He painted this in 2005. I need 3,500, but here's what I want to do, Ashley. I want to put, I had 5, 1 is sold, so I have 4. 5 minus 1 is what? 4. Yes, I do. That is haunting. That one right there. That, and I don't want to block the light. This one goes right up here. Oh, okay. And I'll tell you what, let's just, I'm going to be so gentle.
You go out a little bit. Go out. Scoot out.
Is this a trick like they used to pull on me? When my date would say, all right, you got to move out, and I'll be, never mind. Yeah. All right, folks. This is the greatest collection of Michael Schofield's. I didn't think I would get these. Michael got in a jam, and some of these have been in his possession. The one on the easel since 2005. That's $1 million Schofield. I used to talk to him about this piece. And he well, and we're talking 18 years ago. He'd say, that someday that's $1 million Schofield. That is a perfect painting. He even flew that to New York. I mean, to show it to different people. Had up for 35. The prices varied. Call me. Let's work some deals. I only have 4 left. And these are the best of the best. They are all. I mean, if somebody can get the Red River and that one right there. Oh, yeah, that one is Majestic Meadow. Yeah, any of those. You are living well. Tell me which ones you would like. This is as good as it gets for Michael Schofield. Leave those. Oh, look at those. They're as good as they ever get. Those are the best he's ever done in his life. Camera 2. I want to show you some very rare coins. I personally believe, and I'm not being unpatriotic at all, but I think the dollar is going to lose its reserve status. I just think you're talking Saudi Arabia, Russia, China, starting a new currency. If we, and I think the one thing that all has always been as good as money, well, there's actually currency and there's real money, which is gold. I want to show you some stuff here. Ashley, first of all, I want to show you this coin right here. Wilson, I'm going to put it on top of the Novaro BC 2471. Look at that. That is a 1915 $20 St. Gaudens in MS61. Now, let me, yeah, or just, yeah, that's right there. But I wanted to show you something. There are so few of these minted. Let me get to my coin. What did I do with my, oh, there they are. Don't mess it up, Chappell. Here you go. Here, folks, I think you're going to need gold. I think you need coins like this. I want to show you an ad on this coin. So it's got to be under this book. Yes! Look at this. Here is a coin for 7,200 bucks. If I'm not mistaken, they only minted 152,000 in 1915. There are 8 million 1928s. There's 6 million 1924s. I might be getting some of them mixed up, but there is only 152,000 minted in Philadelphia. And this is a candidate to be a 6.2. I am surprised that this would only be an MS61. There are literally so few of these at graded unk uncirculated. Yeah, 32,000 was a retail. Here's what I can do on this. Ashley, what are you showing the computer on this? Because I haggled and haggled to get this. This is one of my favorite St. Gaudens I have ever owned. 32 years on TV. Yeah. Yeah, the list, that was just one ad I showed you. Adrian, I put the list at like, that one coin dealer, it's 16,000. And there's another one, I can't mention his name. I used to call him the Flim Flint. Stop, Chappell. Don't get Ashley any more trouble than she's already in. Folks, this is as rare as it gets. Only 152,000 ever struck. In 32 years on TV selling coins and art, that's the only one I've come up with. I've seen them, but everybody wants 10, 12, 15, 18,000. 95% of them are an AU. Fine, very fine. They're not MS61. I'll tell you what I am going to do. That's a tough coin. Milvin might want this one. Andy might want this one. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give someone a break here. 5,500 to open. 5,500 to open. That's a tough coin. Look at look at her eyes. Her fingers on the torch, her fingers on the olive branch. Ashley, and I need you to be George Costanza. Here. Don't burn your hands like he did. Pick some coins. Folks, this is right there on kill. This is what in World War II your emergency kit had if you were a U.S. or Allied aviator. You had 3 9-carat gold rings. You had a British sovereign, a 20 franc. I think one other kind of coin in there. A Netherlands, a guild, in case you got shot down. Which one are you putting up there right now? 2481. Well, that's a Helvetian Swiss franc. Yes. Folks, I love the Helvetia Swiss franc. There is 0.18, what is it actually? 0.1869. Just under a fifth of an ounce. You even said franc. Yes. 20 francs. These are AU or better. And folks, I have copies. I don't know if you have noticed that gold has been on a tear. Here is an ad where they want $700 for the same coin. Here's an ad I printed before gold went up $100 an ounce more. Look at that. They wanted $539. I should have like 5 Helvetian Swiss francs there, right? All right, let's get, I think I brought 5 or 7. Let me give everybody a price. Okay. And what's the item number on this?
On the francs?
Swiss francs, Helvetia coins. 2211.
Yes. 2078.
2078. Now make sure you don't mix any pesos.
These are the francs.
Yeah. And the third one's a franc too?
No, this is the pesos. They start with pesos.
Okay, yeah. Move those pesos out. Let's just, put one more franc in there. And then we'll get to the little pesos or the bigger pesos. Folks, camera 2. I believe what Elon Musk was saying. I believe what Mike Malari was saying. I think it's going to get real tough. I think it's going to be known by the end of the year. I think things are going to get really tough. I think because of a lot of reasons, the dollar is losing its standard. Every day I watch the dollar value go by on CNBC all day long. Get yourself some gold. It's going to get really strange. There's a lot of bubbles that are going to get popped. The only thing that I believe is bubble proof is gold. It hadn't even started. I watched a very fascinating hour-long presentation on why $8,000 an ounce gold is possible. Here's what I'm going to do. There is, let's give them the item number again there for the franc. 2211. There is 0.1867 pure gold weight in these. These are mostly from the 1920s and 30s. They are AU coins. A lot of people want $700 and $800. Here's what I'm going to do. Hang on. I wish I had more of these. calculator. You can't sell me an Apple phone. Oh, there it is. All right, now you disappeared on me, calculator. There it is. Got it. I know you're watching. Hey, your new AI Barry. You're not supposed to be needing a calculator. What happened? Maybe I didn't shock myself hard enough. All right, hang on. Oh, this is tough. Oh, these have gone up and up and up. I'm going to honor it just one last time. This is the last time I'll ever have them at this price. I hope you're out there. $495. That's about a fifth of an ounce of gold in each coin. They are great. I'm going to count them down, folks. The days are numbered. I'll tell you, in my opinion, 32 years on TV, a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in economics, all heck is going to come loose here. It's getting really, really scary. And nobody wants to tell you what's going to happen. You know, oil is getting ready to take off again. Gas prices are going up. Stores are closing. Don't get me in trouble, Patty, but did you see that free-for-all in Chicago? With all those teens just beating the heck out of each other? Walgreens closing everywhere. Nobody wants to own a business in some of these cities. What do you need besides saving your food? You need gold at $495. Somebody's going to call. I got 7 of them here. And then I'm going to show you some other coins, but I'd be all over that so fast. I almost didn't bring them because I personally believe in a year you're going to see these and they're going to be 800 my price, 900. Gold has not even, it hadn't even lit the fuse yet. And it is so tight everywhere. So I hope you're out there. And, all right, Ashley, let's show dos pesos or 2.5. Pick a coin, Ashley. There are some Mexican coins. 2539 is the 5 peso. Say it again. 2539. And which peso is that? The 5 peso.
And there's one 10 peso. One 10 peso, 4 5 pesos, and one 2.5.
All right, so there's a 2, a 2.5. I think there's a 2, 2.5, a 5.
2.5, a 10, and all the rest are 5.
And all the rest are 5 pesos. Tell you what, Ashley, even though gold has gone up since I last showed these, let's put the price I had them up for. It's a gift. I just read off the prices. I had these up. They should go up. Every coin dealer on the planet is raising their prices. What did I have the 10 peso up for? Say that a little louder. $679. Adrian, just put them up what they're in the graphics for the Mexican coins. I have 2, 2.5, and 5 pesos. That 10 peso is a big coin. That's virtually a 1/4 ounce of gold. And the Mexican 10 peso, if you're going to flee south, to Mexico, Central America, anywhere. It's still gold. $6.79. It's a quarter of an ounce of gold, just a hair under. And then we'll put the 2 peso up, the 5 peso, the 2.5 peso. Folks, it's getting late in the game. I hate to be remembered by this, but look, here I got ads for all these for a heck of a lot more. I got prices here. Whoa. $8.59, best price on 10 peso. Not the best, because mine's $6.79. Camera 2. Let's say I'm wrong. Let's say I'm missing the boat on this. I don't think I am. I got a very strong belief in this. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to buy gold coins better than anybody else on TV could ever hope to sell them to you for. The reason I work with Jack in PrimeTime is because we try and sell things and make a profit with the tiniest margins. The last place I were at, they were always bragging about how much margin they made. It made me sick to even be associated with them. Bragging how much you can get. No, that's stupid. That's idiotic. I want to brag about how many coins I can sell people more than anybody else at the absolute best price on TV. Prices they can't get from the coin dealer. Prices they can't get anywhere else. I'm going to put all these Mexican prices up. They went up over the last week, and I'm not even raising them. I'm probably on some of them losing money now. But we're going to put up the price for the 10 peso, the 5 peso, the 2, and the 2.5 peso. Call me. It's getting late in the game. I think you're going to see one of the most bizarre rises in gold, and you ain't seen anything. It hadn't even gotten going yet. I'll know it's getting going when all of a sudden people are coming up to me. How can I get gold? Where can I get gold? They were like that in 2000, 2001. 2539 is what now? So I got, those are all 5 pesos, right? A little over a tenth of an ounce gold. 0.120. Yeah, but the 6 is unlucky, so I didn't say it. Well, it's not unlucky for you because you have 3 of them burned into your scalp.
This is true.
Yeah, but
So it's lucky.
for all of us that are not exorcist girl, yeah, watch. What's burned in your head right now? 3 6s. Yeah, you made my Mountain Dew. All right. Call me if you want any of the Mexican gold. I am stunned. Camera 2. If you don't buy from me, get it from somebody somewhere. Look, I might be wrong. I think all hell's getting ready to break loose. I think the banking crisis is really, really going to get bad. I think they've hidden as much of it as they can, but it's starting to come out. I think inflation is nowhere near done. Don't even toy with that idea. You're creating fictitious money as an entry into a ledger in a central bank without producing enough goods to create that much value of money. That is the definition of inflation. The only thing that's going to protect you are some rare items. Gold is as rare as you get. 4,500 years of protecting people. Pick whether it's a 2 franc. How cheap are my 2 francs? How much is super cheap? I don't know. No, that's my 20 franc. The 2 peso. How much is my 2 peso? 2 pesos for $179. Yeah, Adrian, just rotate those Mexican. Look at that. My price was how much? $179? Yeah. Then I got a 2.5 peso. And I'm trying to figure out what did I have the 2.5 peso up for? To how much? $2.99. And I got the 5 pesos. Folks, get yourself some gold. But please tell your friends now, I was warning everybody when I was warning everybody. You know, and if I'm wrong, I'll eat my words, and I've done that on certain things, not as much as others, because I nail it with gold, platinum, silver. Get some Mexican gold. These are all XFAU coins. Get the 20 francs, the Swiss coins. Get my 1915p. To do. Matt, all right, Ashley, when it comes to my rare St. Gaudens, I'm thinking Mr. S, right? Does he buy? I know Melvin does. I know Gary does. Who else do we have out there? This is a 1915p. The P means plain, but plain means there's no mint mark. This was minted in Philadelphia 108 years ago. Folks, to get an MS-60, to get something that's uncirculated from 1915, when they only minted 152,000 coins, they minted 8 million 1928s. Not 152,000. These all roughed up with barely a readable date and mint mark are still a fortune. To have one that NGC is going is not only they guaranteed to never have been in circulation, but it's never been in circulation with a little better of a strike and fewer bag marks. MS61. This is BC 2471. I love this coin. This is the first 1915 Ankh I have owned in 32 years. I've had these in lower grades over the years, but to get one in Ankh, yeah, 16,000. But I'm not going to charge you anywhere near that. I got an ad right here where they want $7,200 in MS64. Tell you what I'm going to do on this. If you are a coin buyer and want to get in on something, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right now, and this is cheap, I'm probably losing money. I only have one, and I do not mind. I don't want to get too upsetting here, Matt. But I don't mind like being Charlton Heston with his coin. They can pull it from my poor cold dead hands. I got a price. I hope you're out there. I probably paid more in this. This is as rare as it gets. 152,000 coins were all struck. That's it. Not 12 million, 152,000. Are you ready for this? This is too cheap. Ashley, verify. What do I have my cost out on? Oh, this hurts. I'm losing money. I hope it goes to a great customer. $3,800 to open. $200, $250, $300 increments once we get the open. $3,800 to open, $200 increments. Yeah. Folks, it took me 32 years on TV to be able to buy one that was this nice. I want you to know if I don't sell it tonight, at the next Long Beach Coin Show, I am going to see the NGC and the PCGS graders to find out why this is not an MS62, at least, or an MS61 Plus. It's got all of this. Does Mr. S buy coins too or no? Am I getting things? Look at that. Look at that strike. Oh, that's stunning. You can see all the fingers on the torch and the branch. You can see her toes in the sandals. Now look at the reverse. Augustus St. Gaudens. In God we trust. That is a rare coin. Can you imagine in Philadelphia striking only 152,000 coins? I gave you my best, 3,800. And if you're not interested, that is fine. That is a rare coin. Okay. Folks, let me come back to the Schofields. Thank you on that. And I will update you after the next Long Beach show. I'm going to walk that through myself. I know several of the graders, and after doing this for 32 years, and I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to say, can you name me not only one good reason, 5 good reasons that's not a 6-2? Come on, give it to me. And, but anyway, this is one of the greatest Michael Schofields I've ever seen right there. Majestic Meadow. Here's what I'm going to do. I have sold Michael's work, a lot of it over the 32 years I've been on TV. I think my 3rd year on TV or 4th, it's been 30 years. 28 years ago, I brought Michael on TV. I started working with him. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Ashley, can you pull that other one off that end? Because I want everybody, whether you bought from me once or never, I got to get the Mickey Mouse out of the way. It's like Mickey is part of the auction there. There we go, Mickey. Go this way, Mickey. All right. Take a look at this. Mickey is having a tantrum. Mickey. No, Matt, don't put that in their drink. I'm talking about Mickey. Never mind. Folks, this could be the greatest Schofield I ever offered. Look at this. Yeah, you got to get him, move him over there. Look at that. 30 by 40. Majestic Meadow. Is this $1 million Schofield? He painted this in 2005. What kind of increments would you use? Would you? Do. Folks, I don't know what else to say. This is a great painting. I'll tell you what. $2,500 to open. I'm losing money on the $1 million Schofield. $2,500 to open, $200 increments once we get the open. I don't mind holding on to this painting forever. He has done something that I don't think, and he is a great painter. Michael Schofield, Hub's Historical, the $1 billion Arm & Hammer collection. If I don't get an open, I don't mind. This is as good of a painting as you will ever see anywhere on the planet. Yeah, it says Banksy character right here. It has to go over here. There we go. This is as great of a painting as I've ever seen. One of the nicest paintings I've ever had on TV in 32 years of doing it. Matt, if this set smells a little bit like Mountain Dew, I'm not saying. All right, I spilled a little bit of Mountain Dew on the carpet. I'll get the bill. Yeah. All right. Well, folks, no open once at 2,500. No open twice. Fair and final, no open. That would have been a takedown. I got Zach Spider-Man. I got a Marquette to one of his editions. This is without a doubt Ashley's favorite piece. This one, right, Ashley?
The Red River of the South.
The Red River of the South. Look at that. BC 2546. 2,000 to open. This is amazing. Now, Wilson, if this ever had turned out to be the Bill Murray movie, The Dead Don't Die, and our polar axis shift, and all of a sudden things are backwards, would it be the Red River of the Northeast or Northwest? I know. Wilson's going if our polar axis shift. No one's going to really care. All right. No open on this. I got coins. I got Novaro. I got Zach's. I got a Zach's Marquette. I got gold. But here's what I want to do. Camera 2. You might be new to this show, and I thank you for watching me. I want to show you a 10-minute little film I made, and Adrian's getting ready to pull it up. He's got it, right? I'll join you in 10 minutes. Take a look at this.
I'm Michael Schofield. I'm an impressionist landscape artist. Landscapes are probably what I enjoy doing the most. And I think one of the reasons I enjoy doing what I do is because I enjoy being in nature. Landscapes to me speaks to who and what I am. I enjoy the outside. I love looking at different parts of the country. Every different part of the country is unique in its area. Landscapes are what I enjoy painting more than anything else. When I'm looking at a landscape, the first thing I do is to see the depth of the piece and how I'm going to create the depth. How am I going to create the foreground and the middle ground and the background? And what it is I'm going to have to do in order to jump over the hurdles it's going to take in order to get that particular scene on canvas. Do I frame it right to left? Do I move these trees here? Do I bring a brook through the center of the piece? Do I bring it from left to right? You know, what's intriguing about this particular scene? Taking out all of the small details that don't make any sense and just getting the essence of the piece. That's what I do. That's what I envision when I first see the landscape. I think an artist's job is to interpret what the creator has laid out for us. We're just basically taking snapshots of that, putting in our own interpretation of it, our own feelings, our own emotion, and then presenting that to the viewers or to the public. That's art to me. So it really is just it's a statement of what we are and who we are, and it's translated through, in my case, landscapes. The idea of becoming an artist didn't really hit until high school. And it was one of those rainy days when the music instructor was filling in for the English teacher that couldn't make it to school. So he whipped out his watercolor palette and paints and a piece of watercolor paper and did a demonstration right in the class. That was his way of filling in for the teacher. And well, I watched him do that, and I still remember what he painted. He painted an old railroad ties and some water in between the ties, and a couple of trees above it and reflecting in the waters. And I thought, wow, that's what I want to do. Your life changes quickly, you know, and the direction changes quickly. And then I think a lot of it is just following the path. We don't choose our career, it chooses us. I think that's very true. I think as long as you keep moving, that career will catch up to you, or you'll find the right spot to walk into, or the right position to be in at the right time. You know, the doors open, you walk through them, see what's on the other side. I did a couple of one-man shows down in Florida. I think probably one of the more interesting one was what I did in Cleveland, a real wet, cold, snowy night. I really didn't think that I would have anybody show up for the show because it was so cold and miserable. We ended up having 1,100 people show up for the event. We sold almost everything in the entire show, and the party didn't stop until about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And those were fun. We had a lot of people show up in those days, all throughout Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. I did that for probably 10 years. There was a lot of shows. The most posters I think I had in one particular catalog was about 25. Back in the 90s, I think there was a few catalog companies that had 10 or 15, but I think Editions Limited had up to about 25 pieces. Interestingly enough, some of the pieces are still in catalogs dating back into the early 90s. And then you start to realize that, you know, all the millions of posters you're selling happen to find their way in front of the public. And I think that's when you start to realizing that you're actually fairly famous in this game. Well, I spent 10 years in Nashville, in that area. And I think a lot of the subject matter that I paint today comes out of that era and out of that area. Tennessee and Kentucky and Alabama, Mississippi, and even upstate New York. I love that area up there. You know, big pines, the big beech trees, the big birches. I think a lot of that that I do today is reminiscent of those areas and of that subject matter. I paint in California quite a bit too, like today. Those areas I think are what I enjoy painting the most. One of the more difficult things is painting on location. A lot of people say, well, you got everything right in front of you. Well, you have too much in front of you. The artist has to take all of the elements, eliminate the things you don't need in the painting, and just paint the things that you do need. And you have to deal with the light changing. It changes rapidly. You're painting the shadows on one tree and all of a sudden they're not there anymore. So you have to take a mental snapshot of the area that you're looking at and then paint that, because it's going to change 5 minutes from now. I think my paintings, they tell hope, and they tell adventure and mystery and romance, and I've been fortunate, really fortunate, to paint something that people really enjoy and feel and get inspired from and fall in love with. And I like the growing aspect of becoming a better and better artist. I don't think you ever arrive as an artist. I think you're always arriving. You're eventually going to get there. I think eventually I'll get to a point where I feel comfortable with the work. I don't think I'll ever be satisfied completely with it. I like the idea that somebody can see one of my paintings and see a part of nature that they've been in, a place that they're familiar with, a scene that they know from childhood or some time in a vacation, something like that. That's when I feel like what I do actually rings home. That's important to me. They can actually relate to the landscape. So communication between the painter and the viewer is what's important.
Hi, folks. Barry Chappell back with you. Michael Schofield is that famous times 10. He has innovated the way we look at American landscape. The whole painting the backside of a tree blue to create depth. That was Michael Schofield 50 years ago, 45 years ago. This is one of the greatest Michael Schofields I've ever seen. Look at that. He painted this in 07, 17 years ago, 16 years ago. Red River South, BC 2546. Here. This is 15 years old on eBay. 18,999. 15 years ago, they wanted a Michael Schofield original oil on canvas. Look at these colors. I hope you're out there. I'll tell you what, I want everybody to be happy. This is as good as it gets. If this doesn't sell, Ashley, it's not my fault. Are you ready? $2,000 to open. $200 increments once we get the open. That is one of the greatest Michael Schofields he has ever painted anywhere, anytime, ever. This is what he painted this in '07. It was one of the paintings when he was calling his $1 million collection. And this is, he only sold it because he got himself in, long story. And I helped him here. At $2,000 to open. That is as good as it gets. Someone's going to call on this any second. Look at that. Folks, I am down to my last 33 minutes. 34. That is stunning. I lowered this all the way down to 2,000 to open. Anybody got the open on this? That is a perfect painting. Look at the depth he have created in this painting. So that's not on this. All right. This is a very interesting. He painted this in 2018. It's called Stonewall Stream, BC 2543. He's using a very rich palette that could go bad on an artist. That came out perfect. He's getting 30 and 40,000 a painting. He's retired. He's a good guy. Tell you what I'm going to do on this. I swore I wouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it. These are some of the greatest paintings. This is part of his $1 million collection. He painted this 5 years ago. Oh, this hurts to do this. $2,000 to open. Ashley, look at your, Patty, look at your screen. You've seen a lot of Schofields. These are his $1 million collection. They should have been $3,500, $4,000 each. $2,000 to open, and this can be yours. Wow. Okay. How many people online? Yeah. And Matt, could you just hand me that one? Somebody. right there. No, 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 no. Oh, you think you're getting the... Oh, you're working on that one? Okay. Hey, they got a deal. All right, look at this. Heavy use of oil paints. Did this in 2007. $16 years ago. Look how rich that palette is. See how he paints the back of trees blue? Michael Schofield has innovated so much of this. All right. Oh, this is a killer painting. 2,000 to open. And so that one sold, that one. So I am down to 3. Is that what you're telling me, or is it 2?
You're down to 3.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The $1 million collection. Look at that. That is as rich of a palette I've ever seen Michael use. $16 years ago, he painted this. Oh, that's too cheap. What am I doing? 2,000 to open. That's crazy money. All right. Tell you what, I got time to move to Zach's, or I'll tell you what I am going to do. Boy, that red river with those green rocks. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Then I got somebody, if you like Zach's, I got what they call the Marquette, the original to an edition. And I'm going to put that up with another, in one of the edition here in a second. Look at this. Red River South. BC 2546. Look what Michael's doing. He puts this little touch of green, like mold, on the rock, like algae. And you have this red river. You know, I lived in Denton, Texas, and I once drove up to Oklahoma, and I saw the Red River. This is perfect. This is a modern-day abstract, modern-day landscape by Michael Schofield, but that's the richest palette I've ever seen the guy use. These are his $1 million paintings. And I cannot take a penny less. At $2,000 for a big 30 by 40, it is stunning. Yeah, I still have the Ronnie Wood left. All right. Ashley. And I have comps from Julian galleries in LA. Boy, my phone had me driving all through the place to get here. No one on this one yet. Okay, let's take this down. And I want to put...
Yes, sir, I'll do it.
This is a number, oops, I got it. So it's right over there. This was the Queen of England. Sachs did this before she died. And he thought, with all the talk about the Queen, so he decided to make an image. That's Ashley. And you know who I am? AI Barry. All right, now look. This right here. This is an original Zax. An original. Did I cheer you up, Matt? He's going. I know, I have no coordination or manual dexterity. Now I want to show you something. This is from, look at this. This is at Julian's Gallery in Beverly Hills. Look at this. Estimate 300 to 500. Winning bid 5,850. Then they got the juice on top of that. The auction fees. Right here. Estimate 600 to 800. Winning bid 7,800. With all the fees, it was just under 10 grand. Now to have the original, the Marquette right there. That BC 2337. That is, let me just make sure I get the, yes. That is the original Marquette. And this one right here is signed by Zax and is number 1 of only 25 in the edition. Zax is starting to appear in all the art magazines, auction houses. I know they are trying to get him on Park West Cruises. To have the Marquette, where Jackson Pollock, the painting, did everything. This is a unique original that they chose to be the Marquette to the edition of the Queen. This is $25,000. And this, the number 1, is usually $2 grand. So you got $27,000. I want to sell those two together. I don't want to sell the Marquette to somebody and then they don't get the number 1. So that way they can hang them both in their house, different places, and they know they have the original and they have the first one. It has in all this Zax very official paperwork on the back. Year produced 2022. $27,000 for both is the list, but watch this. Man, you're getting a pop artist that people are just going crazy for. I mean, have you ever gone to, it's close here, it's in Beverly Hills. Have you ever gone to Julian's auction house? Very prissy. Unlike Heritage, that is in Beverly Hills, they're more down to earth. Look at that. The original and the number 1. $27,000. These two are going to one owner tonight. What would you open this at, Ashley? That's $27,000. You're trying to kill me, aren't you?
What's the lowest you'll take on Red River?
The lowest?
Not like low.
I'll tell you what, on this, watch this. Speak highly of me if you don't see me again. No, 27.5, watch this. For both. Oh, this hurts. Please have 3 or 4 bidders. $2,000 to open, $250 increments. You're getting the Marquette and the number 1 of an edition. and you know the other 24 could end up on Park West, and just one of the edition is going to go for 5,000 and 6,000. So you're getting the original Marquette and the number 1 of 25, 2,000 to open. Right. 2,000, you're getting both pieces. Here, I thank you. Okay. I am going to move these over. Now, what?
Spider-Man.
You sound like you're from the South all of a sudden. This is Spider-Man. Ugh.
2528.
2528. You see, and look at this. Wilson, can you, hey, Ashley, in the monitor, you see how that's a concave head?
It is a concave head.
You see how he, Zach's makes this part come out and then recedes right there.
His muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that showing up pretty well, Wilson? Are they getting that?
Oh yeah.
This is amazing. It's an original by Zach's. 2528. $17,000 to $19,000, and I have a funny feeling Park West might be picking them up for the cruise lines. And I just want everybody to see how concave. I don't know how he did that. I mean, that's 1.5 millimeters where it goes in and the head pops out. Tell you what. Let's do this. I'm going to give someone a deal of a lifetime. $1,400 to open, $200 increments. Talk to me, folks. I got 15 minutes left. If you see something you like, I am down to the last $3 million Schofield collection. Call me. I have my Ronnie Woods. I got the Marquette to the Queen. I got Minnie Mouse kicking back. I got a Novaro that should be in a Perry Mason movie.
They're selling the same Zax online for 5,000.
They're selling this Zax?
Yeah.
Bring that phone up here. Bring this phone up here. Come on, Barry AI. You should have known that, Barry AI, and I didn't. Show that.
You see it? Yep.
And what company is that?
This is the Zax.com. Zaxartist.com.
They want $5 grand.
Yeah.
And I got mine here at 1,400,
Yes, sir.
and they want $5 grand.
Yes, sir.
Oh, folks, you gotta open on this. If you like sax, you're getting in on a very famous pop artist that has just taken off. Wilson, take a look at this. That says 2006 right there. And Jean-Claude Novaro wrote J.C. Novaro 2006, then diamond scribed his name. Look at that. He was the first person to make glass glow at night. He said they've been making glass for 5,000 years. I'm the first one to make it glow. He was also one of the first ones to be able to put gold in glass. He died December 30th, 2012. This is item number BC 2494. Tell you what, it is stunning. Mouth blown, hand spun, diamond scribed, and signed and dated. I'll tell you what, these, because Novaro died and the remaining inventory is tied up in probate between his daughter from his first marriage and Virginie, his second wife. I'll tell you what, yeah, it's like $9 grand. Tell you what, folks, who wants a Novaro? Have fun with this. Start at zero, $200 increments. You got a $9,000 Novaro. Signed. I got to make glass with him. Mine didn't turn out very well, but I got to try. They want $5 grand. I can't get 1,400. I become the Rodney Dangerfield of live satellite TV sales. All right. Hand me the Red River. Let's put that one on here. And this one right over here. No one's bidding on my Novaro. Okay. I'm going to save it for my Perry Mason remake. Open 450. Thank you. You know, they remake have you seen it, Matt? They started in 2019, 2021. They got a new guy playing Perry Mason. Not Raymond Burr. 650 has been bid. 670, my bad. I'm at 670. Anybody beat 670, I thank all of you.
I said 650.
She said 650.
Yeah, you would have to register. Give me a second.
Gotcha.
Just want to register?
Uh-oh. After I shocked myself listening to Elon Musk,
I'm going to have Juliana.
AI Barry
No, sorry.
is now hearing voices.
You said 203? Yes.
All right, so we're at 650. Going once. Look at that, $6.50. Going twice. Fair. Final warning. Sold. Done. Now. Can't believe nobody's taking me up on the. I'm just going to keep this 1915p. All right, that is gone. Take a look at my 3 Schofields. Look at that. I have 3 Michael Schofields left. They were part of his $1 million collection. Oh, that's good camera work, Wilson. Look at that. Call me on these. These are the last 3 Michael Schofields. He got himself in a jam, and I had been negotiating on some of these. It's a long story, but call me. Let's work some deals on Michael Schofield. Oh, hang on, I'm coming. I'm coming. And who is it? I'll tell you what I can do. Can they do 17? I'm going to sell it at a loss, but done. All right. Okay, this is sold. You know what they say, Matt? You know what they say? The bigger they are, the more they eat. All right, there you go. That is sold.
But I eat a lot.
Don't. So I have these 3 left. Oh, and Ashley, this sold. This sold. So I have these 3 $1 million Schofields here, and I have 8 minutes left. Wilson, I got a question for you. It's a philosophical question. You live in California, right? You drive a vehicle. You have a car, right? You have proof of insurance. Well, they wrote me about 7 months ago saying we need a copy of your insurance. My printer was broken. So I wrote on a note, my printer is broken. Here's my insurance number and my insurance policy. 3 weeks later, it comes back, and they say, this is not acceptable. Please give us a copy. And I dilly-dallied, and I didn't. Then they sent me a letter saying my license is suspended. And that's been about 5 months. I'm not going to mess with it. I got insurance. You want us to suspend my license? Thanks, Barry. Tell everybody on national TV. Ashley, what color is your car?
Gunmetal gray.
Gray, metal, yeah.
Gunmetal gray.
Gunmetal gray. Nah, but. So I got these 3 left. I can't believe it. The $1 million collection.
George here says to ask about Hank the Bank
Hank the Bank.
from back in the day.
You know, Hank is a great guy. I haven't seen him in a long time.
George has been with you for 30 years, he said.
What's that?
George has been watching you for 30 years.
Yeah, no, Hank's a good guy. He does some real estate and other stuff. I got these 3 Schofields, and I have an amazing 1915P in MS61. They only minted 152,000. One of the lowest mintages of any St. Gaudens. I got a comp here for 7,200. I got another one for 16,000. I got this up for 3,800 to open. I got 3 minutes. So folks, I only have 3 minutes left. I am expecting some Sasha Bassaris. They made it from St. Petersburg to New York, but they are stuck in customs in New York City. Tell me what I can help you with. I got 3 minutes left. I don't know. Ashley might have. What do you think, Patty? Would she put something inside a Sasha Bassari package coming from St. Petersburg to keep it held up this long in customs in New York? Folks, nobody on the last 3 Schofields. I got about 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes left. I'll tell you what. If you call right now, this most colorful 07 Schofield, BC 2544, I got a special price on this. The richest palette I've ever seen him use. This painting is 16 years old. It's got its learner's permit. You can drive. So if you call on this, I got a special one-time late night price. And this is new AI Barry signing off. No. How much time do I have? 1 minute. Got 1 minute. Call me. I'll be around the studio. And yeah, there's Patty's got a call. Maybe they want this special late night price on that Schofield. And keep calling. Next week I should have some amazing smaller Sasha Bassaris. I got a gold coin deal I have been trying to close. Let me see what I can do. And thank you very much. And Buford, don't kick that dog. Don't even think about it, Buford. And we ship fast. Ashley ships the coins real fast. Most of them make it to the post office, and we have to hold her upside down and shake her to get the rest out. All right. Which one are they interested in?
What's your special price in the last Schofield?
Right here. This is so cheap. I got to hold up like this. It's below my cost. Hey, we love you. See you later. See you next week. Have fun.